Hey guys, how y'all doing today? Tyler here, and welcome back to another episode of Bloons TD Battles. Remember a couple videos ago when I said I'd revisit the micro challenge? Well, here we are again. Myself and King of the Hill, who is also Mo, who is also probably one of the best BT Battles players of all time, and is probably the king of micro. Okay, that's enough names for Mo, but you get it. Him and I are facing off in the micro challenge just because we've been practicing a lot and getting a lot better at this. So we think we can take it a lot higher than round 44, which is when I died last video. Things are definitely looking promising because now we're using the mortar tower instead of the bomb tower, and we figured out a pretty decent strategy for this one here. I mean, this kind of just involves using the mortar tower pretty early, but make sure you guys stick around to the end because it gets really freaking exciting. Like, while I was playing this, my adrenaline was freaking pumping. It was a lot of fun to do. Anyways, on to the strategy. Now that we're using the mortar instead of the bomb tower, it's not as easy early rounds. We have to do a bit of microing, and we can't be as greedy. For example, we can only really send green balloons max for income. Any more would overwhelm the mortar and screw us over. Even if we upgrade the mortar to 2-2 and then 3-2 eventually. Can't really send pinks until we get the big one, which is planned eventually. Right now I'm just kind of rocking with the 0-2 mortar because I'm extremely freaking cheap and is actually somehow working. Like, if you have decent micro and a decent spot, it will hold off at least most of the balloons and won't kill you. So eventually we wanted to get it to 2-2, but the important part is by round 12. You want it upgraded to 3-2, which is bigger blasts. Is that $800 upgrade? That way you can pop the regular yellows that come in, because the freaking 2-2 would definitely not be enough. And here I am leaking a bit, but you know what? That happens. Again, still not dying, otherwise I wouldn't be uploading this video. So unfortunately, I hadn't seen many other challenges done by other people. I've seen it done on mobile quite a bit, and I realized that mobile is actually a lot easier than Flash, just like the normal game, of course. Totally. It's not like there isn't any good competition on mobile. But there's Flash is just a lot harder because there's no submarine, and the ZOMGs and all the balloons are just a lot stronger this time around, so that's what makes it harder. Anyways, we're at round 16, which I might notice because we start leaking quite a bit here. This is where it gets really freaking scary. Like, we had to do some mortar microing and save up slowly but surely for the big one, which we get at the nick of time, aimed at the bottom of the screen so we can stall the rounds a little bit and just let it get going. Now that we got that up, we are safe until round 21 when camel balloons come. This thing can even demolish ceramics pretty easily. So now we can be greedy with the pink eco, which is really nice. Also, we can be extremely greedy with this. We can send pink income until, like, middle of round 21. That's how insane it is. Like, the time we're supposed to stop sending income is when you sell the mortar for the 3-2 Monkey Ace, because obviously the Monkey Ace doesn't have that much popping power. It can barely pop the balloons that come, but any income balloons would probably screw it up. At least that's not exactly what Mo thinks, but regardless, that's what we're doing. So now that camel balloons come, have to get that 3-2 Monkey Ace, and of course put it on the infinity path, because it's a lot better that way. It stays near the bottom. He's sending blue balloons for some reason. I would much rather he didn't, because those zebras can be kind of scary, and Mo is starting scary because, yeah, 26 lives. I'm at 28 lives for both of us. We are freaking tied. That is just how good we are. We're both being that greedy that we're able to sink ourselves at 28 lives consistently. Now I'm just joshing. It just, kind of happened. It definitely just happened. And you know what just happened? This Spectre. That's what happened. This thing is insane, and it'll last us until the mid-game. And that's where things kind of start slowing down a bit. Things won't get that exciting until, like, the late 30s, because we may only have to sell and buy for ground zero a couple times, which is not bad at all. I've had a couple lucky rounds where I survived round 26, 27, and 28 without selling the Spectre for the ground zero, and that was just a huge miracle. Like, that doesn't freaking happen, but it somehow did, which is nice. So, yeah. Anyways, I just don't want to risk it, so I'm getting up there. Mo is a lot better at sending income while microing, so he's going to start passing me up on income. Like, you're going to see he's going to have a lot more money than me. Actually, there's no way to visualize that, but he'll just have more income than me. As simple as that in the end. Of course, we'll have to probably get back to microing again. I already stopped sending balloons. He is still sending balloons, which is insane. I don't know how he does it. Oh, frick, got a text. Hope you guys didn't hear that. Regardless, we're back up to the Spectre rounds. Aw, yeah. You gotta be sure to sink that boat, and of course you gotta be able to use the ninja ability. Because if you use the ninja ability, Spectre can handle round 31, and you can save yourself money for ground zeroing. Even though ninja ability is expensive, ground zero is more expensive, so you want to save as much money as possible. This is also known as the greedy challenge. While you have to be good at microing in late game, sure, but you also have to be really good at being greedy early on. So that's what I'm doing. Just saving time for the ground zero, also hitting some other balloons there, and not even using the ground zero until like balloons are close to the exit. It's just a lot better that way. And you see Mo's doing something kind of similar, except he's actually getting the ninja ability more than I am. I mean, it seems to be working out for him, but, whatever. Round 35, another easy round. I'm approaching 9,000 income. He's probably way above that. I wouldn't be surprised if he's at 10,000 already, but geez, these rainbows are going really fast. And that's what happens like when you don't ninja ability. These balloons just get so fast. The video is sped up, I want to say 2.5 times, give or take. I mean, it's not exact, but sped up decently. Gotta worry about those pink balloons. They got almost the exit, but I think in real time, I was just letting them wait. You want to, have as much time as possible, or pop as many balloons as possible with one ability. So you kind of just wait till they get almost to the exit, and then you nuke them. It's a lot better that way. Micro, sell and rebuy, and it kind of just snowballs from there. So since we have a bit of downtime, kind of want to talk about, you guys missed the live stream, I'm sorry. Or some of you were there. I mean, a lot of people showed up, it's just some of you might have missed the live stream. And if you have, don't worry, I will be uploading a highlights video of that. And there were some pretty exciting games. Nothing too competitive, mainly because I need a lot more practice and I haven't played against any of the super good players yet. But that'll come with time, don't worry. But on the bright side, for those who don't know, I will be rejoining King of the Hill eventually. What a coincidence as this guy's account name. But yeah, I plan to be joining King of the Hill for Flash, not mobile. I don't enjoy mobile as much. I'd much rather play King of the Hill on Flash just because it's just what I'm familiar with. I like microing on computers. It's just a bit easier. Anyways, 10,000 income exactly. We should finally be stopping now and just holding on to our money because we definitely don't want to run out of money late game. That's why our income has to be high, but that's also why we have to stop eventually. So yeah. Round 40 is pretty easy. Now round 41 is where it gets fun. You gotta do ninja ability, then buy a bunch of boats, and then do the ground zero, and then just go ham on the ninja ability. If you're fast enough, you can get 4 boats in between each ground zero and still survive. I mean, we're doing pretty freaking well. Now that I got this up, I am almost accidentally buying things. I'm starting to lag a little bit. You'll see that lag kind of screws up this run as it goes on. This isn't a spoiler, don't worry, but I'll kind of explain as it goes on. We're getting around 42, had to do a lot more selling and rebuying. But I might as well say it now before someone calls me out on it. And there will be a couple times where there will be 2 towers on the screen at the same time. I know this doesn't go with the challenge, but what's happening is that I'm lagging during this, alright? It's not that much lag, but it's enough lag that sometimes a key won't register. And every now and then the backspace key doesn't register, when I'm selling things. And I won't realize that until I place another tower, so I may accidentally have 2 towers on the screen, but it doesn't affect the game. I sell the second tower as soon as I see it. I'm not, intentionally cheating, and it's not even affecting the game at all. So I'm just hoping some of you guys won't be, super pedantic about that. I predict C-Money is going to just kind of come in and say something sarcasm-worthy, but yeah, here we go. ZOMG finally got popped by me. Mobile Money did it way faster just because he has insanely fast hands. But I managed to sink down all his VFBs, and round 44 is cleared. We are already past the round record from last video. That wasn't the all-time record for Flash. Currently, the world's record is round 48. So we'll see if this record can beat it. Currently, we're doing pretty well. We have a nice, steady flow of income, and we're sitting around 170,000, 180,000 income, which is really nice. Got a bunch of boat abilities, ground zero, and Spike Storm is really good too. The reason why we brought Spike Factory is just because, in late game, this is amazing against Moabs and against ZOMGs, and it's a lot cheaper in ground zero too. It just works out so well. I unfortunately have to work on my Spike Factory micro because I sometimes buy 0-4 Spike Factory, I sometimes buy 2-4 Spike Factory on accident. I mean, this isn't what I want, but it kind of just happens. Anyways, here comes some ZOMGs. Gotta slow these down big time so we can go ham on the Spike Factory building. Mo is doing it still way faster than me. I'd like to blame it on my lag, but I mean, it wasn't like, it didn't really like slow down the game. It kind of just prevented me from like buying upgrades quickly. Like usually happens when I lag. It's just everything's going normally, but the keys aren't registering if I'm doing backspace or hotkeys. It happens sometimes. Sometimes it or sometimes like I think it doesn't register, then I have to press it again. And I'm like, oh, it did register, and that's why we get a 2-4 spike factor sometimes, and that's why that boat didn't sell right there if you didn't notice. Anyways, two ZOMGs taken down. That's 2 total for me, which is pretty impressive by my standards. I didn't think I could micro this fast, but after doing like challenge that time, it's going a lot better. Mo side looks a lot better than me. He has less ZOMGs, way less ZOMGs. Like he's going insane on these. I'm having to boat abilities, these BFBs, but he is just so far ahead. Anyways, time to sink down these boats, but there's a ZOMG getting really close to the exit now. It is escape the center. I mortar ability for some reason. I actually don't know why I did that, but I did it regardless, and it's getting so close to the exit. We are at round 47. Can we beat round 47, get to round 48, though? That is the question. Because if that's the case, we'll at least tie the world record, and that's not too bad. King of the Hillside's looking so much better than mine. And the ZOMG has been popped. And I'm got it down to BFBs. And now I just have the mortar stall to stay alive. This is why we bring the mortar, folks. Because this is amazing late game, and we're at round 48 now. I'm occasionally buying the boat after the mortar, and it didn't sell. Like, the freaking dumbass. Luckily, the actual cannon shit does, like, no damage whatsoever. And I didn't reuse the ability or anything. I just kind of sold and rebuy it. So, like, I'm trying my best not to cheat. It's just kind of lag gets in the way. Anyways, I'm still sinking down some of these BFBs, which is seriously impressive. But now I'm getting to the point like, okay, ZOMG is really close to the exit. I have no chance of beating this. I'm just going to last as long as possible. Maybe stall into round 49 would be awesome. Maybe get the world record. But the ZOMG is getting so far. I can't keep holding in place. I'm losing a bunch of money, and that is game. Oh, man. If you thought that was an adrenaline rush to watch, you should have played it. It is so much fun, and that is my highest round to date. Thank you, Mo, for helping me take it that far. He is an insanely good player, who definitely doesn't hack or anything. As you can tell, I mean, that was all legit. Didn't even see any balloons run through his side. Like, I'm surprised we didn't see the glitch where it looks like balloons are running through, but they really aren't. I'm glad we didn't have to deal with that. But yeah, that was pretty intense. I'd like to think I could do better, and maybe I can, but it would definitely take a while. I'm going to be shooting for that round 49 world record, but for now, at least I can say I'm a co-owner of the Flash world record for this. Mobile is something like 60 or something like that, because it's much easier. So that's about it, guys. Thank you all for watching. Hope you enjoyed, and more exciting competitive videos coming in the future. Don't worry. I hope you are anticipating those, and yeah, have a great day.